Hi, beautiful Leo. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Leo, welcome back. I've been away for about a week, a little bit more than a week, and my boy has been sick, and I also caught something. But now we're much better. I do want to say thank you so much. I'm so grateful for all the well wishes in the community section. I truly, truly appreciate it. So thank you so much. So Leo, let's see what's going on for you for the upcoming time frame, which is somewhere mid-March until mid-April of 2021. It's anything and everything, so take whatever resonates with you. If you feel like I talk about, or you hear me talk about a love situation, but you feel so strongly, no, she's talking about my career situation, then of course apply it to that. Also, higher power, number 4. Also, it's not a quick fix reading. I just want to say I take a little bit of time to work up the energy and to just sort of fully get the picture of what's going on. So you sort of more towards the end, like have a full vision. And then to go even further into it in the extended if you want to. So it's rather a take your cup of tea, take even your dinner, your lunch, and have a listen. Leo, what is going on? Regeneration. 46 and 28 and 8. Wow. So 4 and 4, 6, and then 8 and 2, 8. Higher power is the first one that comes out. So beautiful. Higher power. And I'm actually inspired to read from the book the very first thing that I do. Should I not just at least... No? Okay. Okay. 5, 4. Higher power. Conscious contact with higher power. The presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. The Oracle's message says, this card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul, and you are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. I want to read out relationship message as well. It's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power. Call God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. And there's more, guys. It's a long message. It really sets the tone, though, doesn't it? Goodness. The prosperity message says, sometimes your work just flows through you. Ideas come rushing in and inspiration bubbles up from a wellspring you didn't even know you could access. When you enter agreements, begin projects, and negotiate deals with Spirit as your partner, you will always succeed. Let your higher power lead. The synchronicities and intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed, giving you confidence to move forward in the right direction. Don't forget to give credit where it's due. You wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance. Humility will serve you well when this symbol appears. So, and I see it as there's almost no separation. And of course there is no separation between you and your higher power, between you and your soul. But you probably are more in alignment with your, oh my goodness. Just as I say that, like my crown just opens. It just tingles on top of my head. It just is like something is like tickling me in my hair, but it's not. It's like the crown just opening up. So, and that's, to me, indicates that there is this really strong connection with you and your inner being, with you and the higher power, with you and the universe. And as you see, there's like a little face right there, which I see as you. And there's a grand face right here as I see as your higher power. And that there's no, and you see how open that is. Like the crown is just completely open. We have the key there in your third eye, speaking about like really listen to your intuition, really pay attention to that connection with your inner being. But that there's no, where am I pointing? That there's no separation. It's just a prolonging of the you and the higher power. That right now there's no separation. It can't be a separation ever. But you're, another way of saying it is that you're very much in alignment with your higher power right now. And number 4 is all about your heart center. It's about something that's very important to you, near and dear to your heart. And it's also about laying a new foundation for yourself. Wow, that's a really good, like, powerful core of this reading. Goodness. Then we had regeneration coming out. We're also going to clarify this, exactly what it is that's going on for you. Regeneration, number 46. This to me speaks about like phoenix rising all over it. It's like something burned in hell. Something has burned to the ground. Something has been really tough, putting out fires everywhere, dealing with heavier stuff, and sort of building yourself back up again. This is also about second chances, how you can, something looks like it's lost and maybe you thought, yeah, I wanted this thing, only to find that you get a second chance, perhaps with the very thing you thought was lost, but most of the time with something that comes back around, but it's way better, it's way higher, it's way, like, you thought you had the best thing then, only to find out the thing that comes back around is like way, way, way better. So there's a regeneration of you. There's a regeneration of situations, of relationships, career situations, health, and just coming back up and building yourself back up. And I also saw the next building blocks. So it just talks about like how you built yourself back up, branching out, coming up in that beautiful green and blue branch, which for me talks about throat, like being very authentic, being very real in the world about what you want, and being whole, feeling whole. And 46 speaks about, again, the heart matter, laying a new foundation. 6 is the higher power, is the connection with your inner being. Adding those up, we have a completion here. You completed it, like lesson learned, we completed it. It's time to just step into your regenerated person, version, reality, if you will. And then we have building blocks, which just speaks about, there's a completion again there with 2 and 8. So 2 speaks about conversation and communication in relationships, probably first and foremost with your spirit, with your higher power. It can be with other people as well. We're going to see what comes out here, but because we have the higher power card on the table and it's so much about connecting with your inner being, that's first and foremost what's going on here. And then number 8, the infinity sign. It's endless possibilities. It's as above, so below. You're bringing it in. You're manifesting what it is that you want. It's also whatever you send out is now coming back. Whatever you send out, like the 8 figuration, you know. And then adding those up, the completion there again. You completed it. You built and built and built and built. And yes, at first glance, it's like you look at this girl and it looks like she's scratching her head, wondering where the heck everything that she built is. Is it ever going to come in? Is it ever going to be here? And yes, it is. And I love how it looks like, okay, so first you built yourself up. Like we have the building blocks that you're building yourself up from the ground up. And now it seems like we don't have to do it from the ground up anymore. We set the core, we set the foundation already. The foundation is the connection with your inner being, nothing else. And you wished for it and you built it and you built it and you wished for so many things over time that now it starts to just come in, like this very thing, this very foundation that you built for yourself from the ground up is starting to be matched from the universe. It's starting to come in. You see, not any longer from the ground, but from the heavens. This is might also be like you're protecting your head a bit, because things are actually starting to fall on your head as they start to come in and manifest in your life. We're going to clarify that as well. And then we have community. Number 8. So number 8 there again. Strong indication on number 8 there. Manifestation, very much Leo as well. 8 is your number. Leo, well, 5 is your house. Like 5, but 8 is the strength. It's power. It's bravery. It's Leo written all over it. And that's what we're dealing with here. This is like you being the giraffe there that has outgrown your situation. The building blocks has led you to this place where you don't fit in the... you could be connected like in with your inner child there, like a baby replica of yourself. I just feel like it's like almost like you remember where you started, and you started in this really good place where it didn't really matter where you lived, because you weren't like hitting your head in the ceiling anywhere, because you had so much to grow into, so much to learn, and so much to expand and just be in complete evolution within yourself. But now, as you've grown up, you're in this house, or in this community, or in this relationship, or in this, whatever this is for you. You've outgrown it, and it's time for something larger. It's time for something bigger. Like you need bigger space. And for some of you Leos, and being Leo myself, I know what space means. Like you just need that area of space, of air around you to have your energy shine and have your energy be as big as it is. I also see a lot of birds there, which speaks about freedom and messages coming in. So we're going to see what this is about for you. So we're going to start with the higher power. Although we really went into detail with this one, let's see what they want to say about higher power, please. Love begins. Number 1. So the higher power clarified is love begins. And I just feel with that, it's just the pure, yes, again, it can be with a certain someone. It can be like the extension of it will always be, if you feel really happy, you will start to attract situations and people that continues to make you happy, right? Because you're in a happy vibe. I just feel like the connection with your inner being, the work that you put in with the building blocks there, the work that you put in, and the way that you build yourself up has led to this situation where you truly from a very connected place are starting to feel the love for yourself. Love begins. It's like love everywhere. You see it truly. I mean, Leo, your organ, if your numbers are 5 and 8, I would say 5 and 8, then your organ in your body is your heart. You are the heart center. Ruled by the sun, you are the heart. And so having a closed off heart is very difficult for Leo. If we're going to just generalize Leo, having a closed off heart is the worst thing. Of course, it's the worst thing for everybody, but for Leo, probably a little bit more, because it is your organ. And so you're this heartfelt coming. Once you come from the heart, and with this 8, with this power, you will not only just be in this type of love, but you will emanate this love, and it will just have ripple effects on everything around you, which will really benefit a lot of other people around you, but it also will benefit you, because you will start to attract from this loving place, from this heart space. We already had 2 number 4 on the table, which speaks about the heart energy center. So love begins. You are stepping into your own worthiness. A brand new beginning there with number 1. I adore it. It's so beautiful. And then we want to clarify the regeneration, please. All the decks that I'm using, I've listed them down below in the description box. Regeneration. There you go. Somebody's really slamming the door here. I don't know if that's significant to some of you guys. Somebody slamming the door. There you go. Another number 4. So 46 clarified by number 4. So the heart really is talking right now for you, Leo. Authority. It's very much like being the leader in your life, being the teacher, being very in this. It just is it just continuations. Basically this. But it's the alignment between you and the higher power is like how this is manifested. It's very it's very sure. It's very, you know who you are. Always when I get this card, I also get very much Taurus. So there might be a Taurus influence around you somehow, some way. You might deal with the Taurus. You might have Taurus in your chart. Yeah, and a little bit of Libra. Like there's a justice is being made. Whatever. Like whatever you send out. We all can see that it has been a tough path. Like you've dealt with stuff. We have the Phoenix rising here. Stuff has been burnt, you know? It's gone to not a good place. But you've regenerated yourself. This is the clarification of it. You've regenerated yourself. You're coming back up. So whatever was unjust before, whatever you felt like this is just not fair. It's just not fair what's happening right now. That unfairness and that injustice and that like feeling like this is just wrong. Have you asked for justice and fairness and what's right in the world and what's right in your life? And that it's manifesting. Love begins. Here it is now. Love begins and you're in alignment with it to the point where we look like this. Maybe you should chill a bit. Looks a little bit defensive, like with your arms crossed like that. There's also some sort of blueprint that we're starting to live. Like, so I see this like square. What is that expression? You try to put a square peg into a round hole. Is that it? I see this like. It's so hard because it's being mirrored in the cameras and I'm always pointing in different wrong direction. Do you see behind this guy that there's a square? And on top of that square that sits that what probably is like a big halo. But it looks like a square that tries to be fitted into a round hole. And it just doesn't work. It's like you tried in the past to just make yourself fit in or have a situation be into balance, like just make it work, make it happen, and it just didn't fit. It just didn't work, you know? And to not turn yourself inside out to the point where you almost deplete yourself because you just want it to work, you know? It's like you're stepping away from that square peg into a round hole and you're stepping into your blueprint. I see these pillars in the back here. This, which to me is also a little bit of justice, like a little bit of Libra influence there. That you're stepping into your blueprint, the person that you were always supposed to be, or the person that you always were, or has grown into. That this like trying to fit into what doesn't. It's not you, Leo, and it never was, but it has made it so much clearer that you just need to be you. You just need to be you and be in connection with the inner being. It's all that matters, and you will just thrive and come into this gorgeous authority energy. And then next to that, we have sacrifice number 12. that also is the clarification of the regeneration. So there is some, we have the darkness down here and you're being pulled out of it. So this could literally have been a situation where sort of divine interference is like, it's like no matter how dark something has seemed to be, it's like you're being pulled out of the situation. It's like a finger of God or a hand of God just comes in to just say, okay, we're going to remove you from here. It might look like a tower moment. It might look like an upheaval, like what is going on, but that's actually help. It's help on your part that you're not supposed to stay in this situation 1 minute longer. You're just being removed out of there, and you're not just being, if it's just a general feel here is that you just have figured out your shadow side. You figured out what it's like to be on the bottom of the Phoenix Rising, of the like dark night of the soul journey type of thing. You know what it's like to be on the bottom, and you just not, that's not at all what comes out here. We've outgrown that situation. You've gone from that small, like dulling your shine and maybe putting like a little bit of a lid on you that has helped you. The thing is that nothing bad always is just bad. It always brings something good, because the minute you have a question, the minute you have an answer, the minute you have a problem, the minute you have a solution, they just come together. And then we might just be a little bit more focused on whatever hardship we're in, like on the dark side that we're in, that you don't see the light in the moment. But the moment that a problem arises, in the same exact moment, the solution is there for you. It just seems like in the past, it's something about you couldn't remove yourself, or you couldn't fast enough go to the solution. So it's like you asking for it, or for the love of God, let this be over. You just have been sort of removed from there. Whether that is somebody leaving you and you don't, like from the blue, like what is going on? And at first glance, it didn't look good. You understand now with hindsight that that's the best thing that could have happened. And you're not going just anywhere. You're not just being pulled out of the water or pulled out of the darkness. You're being pulled out straight into the rainbow, straight into the magnolia Milky Way. It's like straight up into the heavens, straight up into the higher power, to the universe. And for a while there, I was like getting so much magnolias everywhere. And I started to do a little research. And it turns out that the magnolia is the only flower that coexisted with the all the way back with the dinosaurs. And we didn't have bees back then. And so how did they survive? They survived on this. You can check this out yourself. It's really interesting. It's a fascinating story. It survived on this little black beetle. And not only did it survive, it branched out. And today we have 400 different versions of the magnolia. We have the pink ones, the white ones, it just 400 different versions. So the fact that we have like a Milky Way, the universe is like Milky Way of magnolias here, and you're being pulled up by the light, by the rainbow energy there, and just put straight into the magnolia path. It just talks about not only are you surviving this, you're thriving and you're branching out. Like there's so much more to you because of the darkness, because of the Phoenix Rising, because of the sacrifices that you needed to make at one point in your life. You're completely white. You're completely transparent. It has led you into this most powerful place. And 12 is all about actioning forward. It's all about it's happening now as we speak. You're not stuck in the darkness anymore. This is way in the past, I feel. But it's a clarification of the regeneration, what happened here. Okay? And then we have clarification for building blocks. Building blocks. There you go. So the building, what you try to build is that the most significant thing, as it seems, as it looks right here, Leo, is these two. You completely knowing yourself, knowing your higher power, knowing knowing your potential, knowing who you are in the world, and that certain someone. And I know, Leo, like you could be the center of the attention. You can be like so socially engaging. But when it comes down to it, and being a Leo myself, but just if I don't even talk about myself, like generalizing Leo is like, you probably will have like 2 or 3 really, really close friends, and the rest are just acquaintances. You just don't open your heart up to anybody. And so I completely understand this wish. The building blocks, like what you build towards, is to fully understand. I mean, we can talk for weeks about this card alone. To just fully understand your full potential, your spiritual strength, what you've grown into due to your past, and what it has allowed. I know, Leo, we had this card, stretching of the heart there for a bit. You just broke your heart open there, but once it cracks open, you can fully come alive. Like you can fully use your full potential. And it's like you've been wanting to know yourself. Like it's an asking. I want to know my full potential. I want to know my powers. I want to know, who you are in the world, who you are in this universe. And also, who is your person? Who is that divine counterpart that you could do just with that person, and not to put too much pressure on that person or too much responsibility that person should not now cover everything for you. But you're content, and you're so content on your own. Like you don't need a bunch of friends, and you don't need, like I said, you can be the center of attention, but once you're in that alignment, once you're here, you're in no need of like a gazillion friends to feel fulfilled. You're so content on your own. You just want that one person. And it's literally just that one person that it takes, for you to feel that connection. And this person, like this building blocks towards this person, seems to be somebody that is very connected in the third eye. And we saw that the key is the third eye here, to really pay attention to your intuition. There's a spiritual union. We have the cup of love there, and it's like it's rising from like a vortex, like a whirlwind. It just arises up and connects you guys. Very similar energy, but very different like focuses. So beautiful, guys. And then community. Can we clarify this community, please? We can with half the deck. So we're just going to take the one that fell out. The star card, the sun card. 17. So 8 is being clarified. I didn't even look at that with the building blocks. 28. 9 and 11. So that's a portal situation for you as well. To step through a portal to something brand new. 17 is immortality. It's forever and ever. And if you add those up, we have a number 8. So the community with the 8 there is being clarified with the 8. And it just shows that you're in your shine now. You're outshone the smaller spaces in terms of relationships, in terms of business, in terms of yourself. Like you're starting to shine. You're stepping through your own shine, if that makes any sense. For some of you guys, this is not for all, but for some of you guys, you are a great healer. I just see that energy pulsating out of your hands there. Okay, guys, I'm going to move into the ascendancy of what else I can find for you there. Maybe look a little bit into the spiritual strength and who this person is for you. And just what else Spirit wants to give you. So if you feel like you resonate with this reading, you're so welcome to the extended reading. The link to that is in the description box down below. If not, thank you so much for watching, Leo, and I hope to see you back soon, guys. Take care.